Yes, fellas, welcome to Blowouts Sports. How you guys doing? Solo, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? The playoffs have started.
NBA
NBA,
playoff.
this is where we separate the contenders and from the pretenders.
Talk to me. I like that.
But listen, what? We already got an upset, so we can't be too comfortable. You know what? Actually, I don't think it's an upset, but we're gonna get to it.
Let's get to it straight up to the NBA then, man. Once you want to get on, welcome back to Rochester, New York, man. I know
Yeah.
the travel and safe travel, right? So we
Yes, sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
NBA playoff weekend reaction, man. Statement win, shocking blowouts, and early troubles. And welcome back to the show, fellas. Welcome to Blowouts Sport, man. This week we're gonna be discussing, of course, the NBA playoff, which give us everything we saw. So some underdogs, some punch. I don't know why would they even disrespect us like that, like we're underdogs as Lakers.
My God, here we
But it's okay, man, bro. Punch some guys in the mouth
go.
the other night. But man, let's and then a few stars remind us why they are superstars. And
I know.
the playoff is
Exactly.
basketball. Playoff basketball is different, and
It's
we
about
get to see.
superstars, man.
We definitely though, man. So we got to start with your New York Knicks, man. The Knicks Hawk matchup give us another reminder of Jalen Brunson can control a game when he's rolling. When he's on top of his
He
shit,
can.
Jalen Brunson can control the game, man.
Yes.
The Knicks beat the Hawks 113-102. Brunson playoff wins, of course. Brunson, but it's a balanced playoff win for the Knicks, not Brunson. Excuse me, because I got to give credit to everybody else. I mean, Town stepping up and finishing strong, and the whole New York Knicks, man. Like this is one of the games. But I want to hear from you first, as New York Knicks fan. How impressed are you with the first game?
I mean, it was okay. I don't want to be too. It was. I guess it was impressive, but we playing Atlanta, and I know Atlanta in the past have given the Knicks fits throughout the playoffs when they are Trae Young. I remember a few years ago.
Yeah,
Knicks are a better team, so this was expected. I'm expecting the Knicks to even sweep this series, even 5-1. So that's what I expect. They should not struggle playing against the Atlanta Hawks. But like you said, when the playoffs begin, superstars show up. And I was just looking at the stats. When you look at the minutes of the starters from the first game, it almost reminds me of Tom Thibodeau's lineup. You know why? He did not depend on the benches as much as I thought they would. Like all the starters had doubles, they scored in double figures, which is good. Then I know you all talk shit about my boy Bridges. He scored 11 points.
Yeah, he played well. Like I said, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with all the starters in this game.
I mean, it's not for playing against Atlanta. That's good enough. But when we play a team like Boston and Cleveland, we're gonna expect more than 11 points. But in this series, is doing. But like you said, Jalen Brunson is a quarterback of this team. He's a captain. He controls the tempo. Nothing can speed him up. He's very, very comfortable. I think I told you a few months ago. The only matchup I was really, really nervous for him is when we played Detroit. And now it don't seem like Detroit is in the picture for now. I don't want to write them off yet, but it's not looking good for them. I was impressed with Towns. He finally played like a big man. Actually, at least in the second half. First half, he was okay, but second half, I think he scored what? Like majority of his points right in the third and fourth quarter.
19 of 25 in the second half.
In the second half. So somebody said something to him at halftime because he came out aggressive. He was playing well. I was impressed. But again, I'm still worried that the starters played so many minutes. OG had played 38 minutes. I guess they did use a few bench players, but it just seems like the starters were the stars of this game. And in a long series, if the series go to games, 7 games, would be so hard to just depend on your starters to produce all the points. But so far, so good. I like the start. We play again tonight. I think today going to be 2-0. The next will be up.
Hey, it was a well put game together, especially in the second half. You guys separate yourself from them in the second half. That's
right. It was too close in the first half.
Yeah, nothing much to say about that, man. That was a well fought game, physical. Knicks did what they had to do. You might be complaining about how many minutes they play in the first game, but they need to make a statement. It's just game one. You got to make a statement at home, especially lately how the season was ending. You know, guys start doubting you guys or questioning you guys, rightful so, based on your performance. So
Right.
yeah,
You're right. Every time you play an underdog, a team that you expect to beat, you have to put them in their place to show them that they have no shot. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of like you gotta like put your foot on their throat, go for the kill. And I'm not saying this what happens because it's on game one, but you gotta really show them that it's a different level. It's the playoffs. They play goes up a notch, and they're not ready for it. And the Knicks, I think they did that. So I'm hoping for them to do something tonight.
yeah, game 2 tonight. Let's go Knicks. So I have Solo here happy like he's doing this morning. It's the afternoon now. But let's go. But we'll move on to the next game, man. The Lakers didn't just win this game one. We gotta talk about the Lakers, man. Come on now.
Yo, man, let's get to
we were the underdogs.
LA Lakers, man.
We were the underdogs going this game, although we were playing at home. Come on now.
Were they?
But anyways, let's get to this. Let me start off with this game, man. We didn't just win game one. We won it our way with defense, toughness, and shot making. About time with shot making, and of course, unexpected heroes step up. Luke, you know what? I've criticized since we got him.
Luke Kennedy, is that your
yes,
last name?
Yes, Luke Kennedy. I was criticizing him a lot because all he could do is shoot. But we need that shot making today. Last game, and we got it going. And that's very important. No Luka, no Reeves, and we still beat the Houston Rockets 107-98 beyond.
Are they out for the rest of the playoffs?
That I don't know. He's still questionable. Yeah, but Luka is 27 points, LeBron 19 points, 13 assists, and 19 and 11 rebounds. This is what you call playoff basketball, man. This wins matters because it shows us that we could survive a playoff game without our big stars or full strength. For me, that matters. This game one really matters, especially going against Houston Rockets. Yes, there's no Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was not there. But we also got a lot of injuries especially in the offensive part of the game. So for us to score 107 points and do it our way, and between all of that, man, the box score tell you something totally different. I know the game seems like it was a fought game, but the Lakers make 60.6% of the shots in this game, and while we hold Rockets at 37.6%. Now, the killers in the offensive rebounds. We allowed 21 offensive rebounds. That's not good enough moving forward, especially if Kevin Durant was there and they got an extra score that could take advantage of them offensive rebounds, but it didn't work for them. I really think this game, the Lakers come out with a plan. And our game plan is the mentality of how we are the underdogs, and they're looking at us like we can't win this game against the Houston Rockets, which I got a lot. There's a lot to discuss about the Houston Rockets right now. They don't look ready at all for this game one. Which is probably the Lakers forced them to, or maybe they just a lack of the shot making or whatever now. But we're not talking about a Rocket right now. I'll let you handle that, right? I'm talking about my boys, man. How impressive I am with this game one win. This game one means something. It gives us confidence moving forward. He let us know that, yeah, but we're going to get things together. Please, Reeves and Luka, hurry up and come back so you can help us in the offensive part. Maybe. I know what you're about to say. If them boys were over there, can they play as aggressive and tough as we did in game one? I know you're going to get that because we always talk about the Luka and Reeves can't defend nobody. They can guard no one. I get that. But I'm very impressed with this. So talk to me, man. What do you think about this game?
You already brought up the point.
Because I know you got to get there. You go there.
You know what? It's because you probably agree with it. That's why you're thinking about it. But also, let me just mention, I think Kevin Durant not playing, and I'm not saying Kevin Durant is the same player he was 10, 15 years ago. He's not the same. So by him not playing makes a huge difference. I'm just looking at the lineup for the Houston Rockets, right? Look at the starting five. If you're not a die-hard basketball fan, I guarantee you don't know any of those players. If you're not a die-hard basketball fan, you don't know any of those players.
Disrespecting these guys on
I'm
the Houston
just
Rockets
saying,
like that, man.
Look at those names, man. Any of those names scare anybody? No. No.
I'm gonna let you have that.
Listen, and I watch enough basketball, and I don't know every single player on that team. I can't put their name to their face if I saw a picture. So pump your brakes. It was a good win for the Lakers, and I think the Lakers can and will win this series. Whether Kevin Durant comes back or doesn't come back, I think the Lakers, even though are they the lower seed? How you say it, lower or higher seed, right? They're the underdogs, right?
We are the highest seed, but we're the underdog because of absence of Luka and Reeves.
Okay, yeah, I think even considering that, I still feel the Lakers having the leadership of LeBron James and the type of players that they are on the team. I think they have a good shot. If they win this series, everybody should be surprised, right? I don't think anybody should be surprised. But you
said that if the Lakers win this series against the Houston Rockets,
nobody should be.
Without Austin Reeves, without Luka, and with this Houston Rockets team that's got size
and without Kevin Durant,
we shouldn't be surprised.
No, we shouldn't be surprised. We should never be surprised because you guys got LeBron. I know LeBron is old. You still got LeBron James there. Just the experience that he brings and the advice he has for those other players that don't have much playoff experience, I think that's very, very important part of making a deep playoff run. Remember, LeBron mentioned, I think a couple weeks ago, he was talking about the Warriors, and he was saying, now his point doesn't make sense with the Warriors being knocked out, but he was just saying, having that championship DNA, you become a dangerous team in the playoffs. When Steph Curry is healthy and the Warriors are in the playoffs, you cannot count them out because they have that DNA championship. Same as LeBron James, he win championship, his leadership. So I expect the Lakers to win this series. Now
All right.
the next round depends who they're playing. That's where the road might end. But for this series, I think I'm picking the Lakers.
The series is not over yet. Just game one. We all know what happened in the NBA playoff when game one. But as a Laker fan, I'm just impressed because this game one, without us, two of our best scorers was not there.
Were you nervous?
Was I nervous? I was a little nervous that we're going to get blown out.
Why?
Because now, listen to this, right? You talking about the Houston Rockets teams like there's nobody. Reed Shepard, right? He's not even the second or third option, right? He's averaging 13 this season, right?
Okay.
And then you go to Amon Shepard, which is also, I know that he has to play a different role now. He's a point guard because what happened, Houston Rockets, they signed up to pick up point guard. He's averaging over 18.3. He's averaging 18 points throughout the season. And then don't forget about one of the most dominant centers. I call him a center, Shagun, if I pronounce his last name wrong.
Shagun, you're right.
He's averaging 20 points this season, which is 28 in the league.
And he had 19 points.
And then he's averaging over 8 rebounds, so averaging over 6 assists. Houston Rockets got ballers.
Yeah,
yes, the point guard situation affect them through like in the fourth quarter, especially closing the game out. We all know point guards matters. I don't know what the league trying to act like point guards doesn't matter. True point guards is not in the league today. That's the same thing I think that T-Wolves is dealing with, but we're going to get there when Joker and the Denver Nuggets, man. There's something else, but we're going to get there. But the Houston Rockets do got players now, bro.
You're right.
I
agree they do have players, but they don't have like superstar players that can take over a game. Tell me who can actually take over a game. They can give you 19 points. That's their best shot right there. Maybe one of these players can give you 30 points but like consistently scaring you, I don't see that happening.
And I didn't even mention Jabari Smith Jr. could get his own basket. He really can't. I just think, like I said earlier, I just think the Houston Rockets was not up for this game the way the Lakers was. I think it was lack of preparation in the end. But as a Laker fan, I'm impressed that we were able to pull this off.
No, I don't agree with that.
You give a 21 offensive rebounds and still win the game by what? But 9 points?
You say
making 60% of your shots? We make shots.
You say that's lack of preparations? You telling me you're going to playoff series and you don't prepare enough for the Lakers?
Maybe because
of that's disrespecting their coaching staff if you're gonna say that.
No, that's just me calling that the coaching staff didn't do the job. That's just me calling that Houston Rockets didn't come out here. I'm cool with it because I feel like we are prepared for this game. I needed this game. I needed statement wins like this from the Lakers early in game one, which matters, and we got the W.
You calling this a statement win?
It is a statement win.
Why is that?
Because we were knocking shots. We JJ Redick got these players prepared for this game, and LeBron leadership, as you mentioned, he got double in it. He got a 13 assists. That means everybody was eating and people was the players was actually hitting the shots. Luke Kennard, which is probably the second best 3-point shooter field goal wise, percentage wise. I mean, it matters. He was hitting his shots. He scored 27 points, probably might be career high. So it is one of the. It's one of the games as a Laker fan after seeing your two scores going out, not in the game against this guy's dude. The Houston Rockets got size and they could have played better defense. That's all I'm saying. But the Lakers, we were on that night, man. We were on. The light staple was on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching this game like, yeah, this is NBA playoff right here. I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it. I'm not naive to say that we're gonna win the series already. But how we play game one, if we go, I know it's not going to happen because adjustments is going to happen. I expect Houston Rockets to come out next game,
come back strong,
play better, come back strong, and get the job done. I play hard at least, but don't win because, of course, I want us to win this game. But I expect it better from the Houston Rockets, seeing what they did all season. And from the third to fourth place, you saw the one-game difference. The Lakers just won one game, and we, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Houston Rockets lose one game less. Yeah, so because the losing call is 29-30. So
I mean, If the Lakers win game 2, I think this series is over. I
hope
don't
so.
see how Houston will come back down to nothing to Lakers. I'm glad you're trying to put things into perspective. Don't be too happy right now. Don't be smoking the same things that Shannon Sharp been smoking.
There we go.
What did he say? Whoever they play, Lakers in 5. All right, Lakers in 5. That's not happening. Yo, but
You
he
never
might
know.
get.
Lakers might be 5, man.
Hey,
Y'all keep doubting us. I'm telling you, this is the kind of
Yo.
energy that I want.
He's gonna get this series maybe right. Maybe Lakers in 5 in the first series, but the next round we'll see who they play. But listen, I'm just messing around. But I respect the Lakers, and I think, and I know you always do not agree with me. When the Lakers are good, when the Knicks are good, when the Chicago Bulls are good, or the Celtics are good, it's always good for the NBA. Always. It's good for the money, big market teams. I know you like small market teams to win too, but when the Lakers are there, it just makes everything better. So I hope they can go as far as possible so we can keep seeing the greatness of LeBron James. But we don't know if he's coming back next year.
All right, yeah, we'll move on to the next game, man. Let's go Lakers, bro. Next game, game 2, coming up tomorrow night. We got this, man. We got this. Hit them shots out there. If LeBron decided to give up the ball, man, do not disappoint him.
Before you go to the next one, what grade do you give to JJ Redick, coaching-wise, in this game?
In this first game,
out of 10, you gave him an 8?
I give him an 8.5.
Come on, 8.5?
Hell yeah, man. He got his team ready to compete.
Okay.
You got to give him credit for that. It's all about competing. And then, of course, the players got to buy in. The players got to be more accountable for how they go out and execute, because that's what a game is for. You go there to execute game plans. And if this is the game plan, I think the Lakers did great.
Right.
And I do think that JJ is the head coach. He's part of it. I haven't given him no credit all season because I haven't seen nothing.
I know you haven't.
Yeah, so that's a good question, by the way.
We'll see. You know what? One more point. I just wanted to make that. I think sometimes it's hard for young coaches like JJ Redick, because isn't JJ younger than LeBron James? And of course, LeBron James is being a better player than JJ. So I was gonna say, if you're a young coach and you're coaching players who are better than you, gotta be hard. You know what I mean? It gotta be hard. If you didn't play any basketball and you're a great coach, you have to be really old for the players to really respect you. But if you're your peers, same age as them, it is hard to command that respect. So far, he's doing so good. I think it does help that him and LeBron are friends. That really helped. But
and the Lakers surround JJ around veterans head coaches, ex coaches.
A good point. Very important.
That's very important.
I like you right. A lot of coaches, they get hired and they don't, which I don't get in even in football, in a lot of sports. If I know my weaknesses and my strength, I got to bring the coaching staff around me that are going to complement what I am so to be successful. But some coaches, they're big-headed because they're the head coach. They just want to bring whoever they want to bring. You got to bring the right coaches, the experienced assistant coaches to help you coach throughout the playoffs. And I think the Lakers did a decent job.
All right, bro. Let's move on to this next game here, man. This guy, my most impressive player this season, and I watched this team play because of this guy.
What guy are you talking about?
Wimby dropping 35 points in the playoff debut is a huge statement because he didn't just play well. He set a franchise record for the San Antonio Spurs.
He broke.
He set up a franchise record in his debut, in his first playoff debut, and the first player in the NBA history to score 35-plus points in postseason debut while hitting at least 5 threes. He finished with 35 points, 13 of 21 shooting, 5 of 6 from deep, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He come out aggressive early, bro. He put 21 points in the first half alone. This man come out here to show the world that he's here. As he's be saying, he talking shit, he back it up. I respect him. He made me rewatch the NBA All-Star game because of Wimby. And this kid just show up in the NBA playoff and set up an NBA record, scoring his first half points of 21 points in single play. Since the single play-by-play track was beginning in 1997. He closed strong, added 14 in the fourth quarter, bro. San Antonio pulled away, man. The San Antonio ended up winning 111-98 against the Portland Trail Blazers. The game was never really in doubt, in my opinion. The minute San Antonio created separation, I say it was over. Now it's time just to enjoy what Wimby could do extra.
I'm surprised Wimby, he only had 5 rebounds, though. I kind of surprising. I thought he had like a double-double. But regardless, I think it was still very impressive for somebody playing his first playoff game. That's pretty impressive. I read somewhere or I saw somewhere he broke, I don't know, maybe Tim Duncan's
Tim
record or
Duncan,
something
yeah.
like that, which breaking because Tim Duncan is, when you think about San Antonio, it's Tim Duncan, really. You know what I mean? So I think me and you have agreed on this. We think Wemba Nyama is probably the best player. If he's not already, he might be the best player in the league in the next few years to come. Again and again, just like the Lakers, they played Portland. Portland, yeah, they're good enough to make the playoffs, but I wasn't surprised that San Antonio won this game easily because I've told you all season. I think San Antonio is probably the second best team in the Western Conference after OKC. And remember,
Yeah.
it's the only team at least this year that are constantly beat OKC. So I can see San Antonio playing OKC in the Western Conference Final. I'm not discounting your Lakers. I'm just saying that's how it looks like. Like you said, Wemba Nyama, he's a great player, man. I'm excited to watch him. I was watching him yesterday. He's so skinny, but he's so tall, but he can make shots. So he's an impressive young player, man. And what should scare the rest of the NBA? The dudes were like 21.
22, I think. Yeah, right
So,
there.
right. So, I mean, he can give you another almost 20 years of this if he stays healthy. Can you believe? Can you imagine that?
Right.
So yeah, I like San Antonio's young coach. You know what I mean? After Popovich retired, like none of us we wasn't sure what direction the Spurs was gonna go. But you know what? Just like they're very the organization is very stable. They know how to transition from one superstar to the next. Seems like it's like the Green Bay Packers with quarterback. You know what I mean? They just
Right.
go from one grade to another grade. So I was impressed. I'm impressed with the young coach, with the whole overall play. The way they play as a team is very impressive, and I expect them to beat Portland easily. I think this might be a sweep. I'm calling a sweep right now. Remind me next week whenever Game 4 is. I think this is gonna be a sweep.
All right, bro. That's Wimby. Man, don't you got a head as a Laker fan watching this guy over there?
You
Man, you
wish he
gotta
was in the
respect
Lakers,
him.
huh?
Yeah, man, definitely. We all do. You wish it was the Knicks.
You ain't lying, man.
Moving to the next game, man. Shea Alexander dropped 25 points, and the OKC Thunders begin the title defense with 119-84 rout over the Phoenix Suns in Game 1. Phoenix Suns, they had no business playing against these guys, man. There's a grown man basketball right here. OKC is playing. After going into the halftime, the game was already out of reach. There's really nothing much to say about what well, what more can I say, bro? Like Phoenix Suns, like how can you guys really? What type of adjustment can Phoenix Suns make moving to Game 2?
Nothing. Absolutely not. You know what? When I think about the Phoenix Suns, I think they have been the most disappointing franchise the past 10 years.
That's cool.
Because remember how when they spent all that money and bring all these superstars, never worked out. Right? They had like Bradley Beal, that Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. I mean, they are the super team. And for whatever reason, they were just never healthy at the same time.
Yeah.
And the few games they kind of played together, they just never clicked until they dismantled the team. I'm surprised Booker's still there, but talking about this series, there's a reason why OKC they're the defending champions. I think the Suns have 0-0 shot to win this series. I think this another series we're gonna see a sweep. I see OKC sweeping the Phoenix Suns because first of all, they have no answer for OKC. I just don't. I can't even imagine. Like, I don't see what strategy, what adjustments they can make to make this a series. I just don't see it. They might win one game on the way, but I think this is gonna be a sweep. OKC just well coached. They got great players. Like their whole starting five is better than Phoenix. Maybe only Devin Booker is as good.
Don't
But
sleep
the
on
rest of
Dylan
them,
Brooks now. Still get what was it, Jalen Green out there?
yeah,
Yeah. I don't know now.
no.
I don't know. Just a better team play this time.
Yeah,
You know,
just a
you
better
gotta give.
team.
You
A
know,
lot of these cats ain't making the starting lineup on OKC. I'm just saying.
you don't think Booker could be started? You don't think
What?
Green could
I'm
start
saying,
on
okay, is the only one.
Green
The rest of them are not starting on that OKC team.
as an individual talent or just like as just
Individual
team?
talents not starting. Who you gonna bench on OKC to bring in? I mean, I don't know. Green. I don't know. I just don't see it. That's why I don't think they have a shot in this series. Just like Portland, I don't think there's any chance that they're gonna win this series. I see a sweep.
All right. I mean that I agree. It might be. That's what But let's move on to this game, man. I really want to get your take here, man. The number one seed in the East, the Magic make a huge statement win. This one is a statement win against the number one seed in the East.
It is.
Magic 112, Detroit 101. This was a standout game for me. I watched the game from the beginning to the end because I'm expecting this to be a dogfight, and I think
Yeah.
this is a great matchup for the Magic. I'm waiting to play this Celtics, see what they did to the Sixers, which is Magic might pull this, man. I know it's just game one, but this feel like one of those first number one seed being bounced in the first round kind of game. What do you think?
You know what? I might have to agree with you. I mean, I don't want to because I didn't watch the whole game like you did. I was just watching, because I was busy, but I was watching pass and pass, and I saw the stats, and I went back and watched the highlights. So Cunningham, I thought he wasn't playing. That's what I thought. That's why I'm like I'm not sure what to think about Detroit. But he scored 39 points, right? He scored 39 points. He did everything that he could do in this game. Harris did his thing, but other than those two players, the rest of the players didn't do much. Orlando going on the road and winning that game. Now, I don't know if it was a fluke or they can do it again. I guess they're going to have to prove to us in game two if they can do it again, because Detroit has no excuses. Playing at home, number one seed for a long, long, long time, right? When was the last time the Detroit Pistons were number one seed? It got to be when they had Ben Wallace and Rashid Watts way back in the
Was
day
it
when
07? Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I think maybe 04 when they won the championship. I think that was the last.
I think it was 07 when
The
Cleveland,
second.
LeBron, I believe.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you might be right. That was the last time they were ever in this position. After not hosting a playoff game at home in such a long time, and they show up and they lose to the number one seed, losing to eighth seed, it's not good for Detroit. But again, it's a plus. I can't count them out. But the way he looked yesterday, I mean, I was impressed with Orlando. I know Orlando is a tough team,
Yeah.
but I didn't think they go on the road and win a game like that.
All right. Give me a quick take on this one, man. The Celtics 123s, Philadelphia 76ers 91. Boston blowed them out. And the loudest statement you can make this weekend is Jason Tatum coming back and
Yeah, he did his thing. He did his
he
thing.
did his thing, bro. You got to get credit.
Yeah, man. The Eagles,
It's all right.
76ers. I don't know what. I mean, other than Maxi, man, this and Embiid is always hurt. Without Embiid, they have no shot of being. Even first of all, even with Embiid, they're not beating the Celtics. And without him, it makes it even harder. Boston did what they were supposed to do. They're getting healthy. You know what? And I'm sure Justin Turner throughout the season, it was just trying to get back to himself. And I think right now, I think he's almost back to what he was before the injury. So they're very scary. I've told you all season, Boston scares me. I mean, 25 points and 26 for Tatum and Brown. It was impressive. I knew that Philadelphia was going to lose this game, but I thought it would be a much closer game than it was. So I don't know if Celtics is really, really good or Philadelphia just didn't put enough effort. I don't know what your take is on that.
We find out next game. There's nothing for me to say this game. I was disappointed. I was really rooting for the Sixers, of course, as being.
That's your second. That's your second team.
Oh, that's Philadelphia.
That's your second team, man. Just admit it. After the Lakers, man.
I can't buy, AI, of course, but but you just, man. Hopefully, game two they make better adjustment, but I don't see it happening. I don't see them winning this series, but at least make it a fight.
If you were the head coach, what's the biggest adjustments can you make? You can't change the talent on your team.
But don't think that Philly doesn't have no talent. Maybe Joel Embiid just hurry up and come back. Something need to happen. Hopefully, like you say, it's game one. Boston is home. They are favorite. Maybe when the series come back to Philly, it's my little bit pick up. But right now, there's no definition of what they could do. I don't know what they're gonna do. But just let's see what's game two bring. But let's move on to Denver Nuggets 116 and T-Wolves 105. Denver Nuggets, Murray and Joker, of course, the playoff experience I feel like helped at the end of that game.
You're right.
And how I say this again. T-Wolves didn't had no Flo General out there that I think that could have helped a true point guard could have helped in this series. Point guards matters. And Anthony Edwards did his thing. He did all he can, but he need to do more. He needs to do more for the T-Wolves to have any shot in this series. Minnesota won't survive without that. And this is Denver's playoff. If
Right.
everybody in Denver's healthy with the experience they already had with the two guys that have been put together for so long, you got a point guard and a center moving the way they move, it's going to be very difficult for T-Wolves, man. It was a fought game. It was really competitive. At the end of the day, man, it's
Too much
experience too much of Joker and Murray.
experience, and like you said, man, the Denver have the experience and they have the best player on the court, right? I mean, you can argue. Can you argue? Why you want to argue? You want to say Anthony Edwards better than the Joker?
Nah, I won't say that. Not right
Yeah,
now.
I
But
didn't think so.
but if I had to pay my money to go watch somebody, I'm picking
Okay.
the goddamn Ant-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it just seems like the Joker has more impact on games. Like if he doesn't score his points, I don't think there's any big man in the history of the league that has more assists than him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta look at the stats to confirm, but
He might be leading the league in assists.
I know he's a big man that is probably the greatest passer I've seen in my limited knowledge of basketball and watching the game. I mean, I don't see any big man that passes the ball the way he does. Like his vision is like unmatchable if you watch him. And like you say, Murray being healthy from after that injury he had, I don't know, a couple years ago, they're scary. I think this is probably the healthiest they've been since they won the championship. So I would not be surprised if they make a deep run and get in the Western Conference final against
Yeah.
OKC. Now I don't know how the schedule would shape up. I don't know if they have to play OKC before the Western Conference final, but if they don't, I wouldn't be shocked if they made that far. Now the Timberwolves, man, the Timberwolves is another team. Man. I don't want to say they underachieve, but throughout the years they've had great talents and they have nothing to show for. I mean,
It's more marketing. Go ahead, say it. Nah, just
the
because
West, the
you always get credit to the bigger markets, not small market.
No,
That's why I say
no,
you're
it's
gonna
not because it's a small market. Look at OKC. It's a small market. Look at what they're doing. I mean, the West all those years for Kevin Garnett. That's why he had to get out and go to Boston to win a championship. And then Ned was to me, he seems like he's the kind of player that say, I'm gonna do it right here. So maybe it's not going anywhere. But like you said, I think when the Timberwolves, when they looked at their roster, they were like, we don't need it. We don't need an elite point guard because we got Anthony Edwards is the best player. You know what I mean? So, but like you said, point guard play is very important. Rondo, yeah, he did his thing. Gobert did his thing, but you know what? End of the day, it's just not enough when you're playing a good team like the Nuggets. They might beat other teams, but not the Nuggets.
still game one. We'll go on and see what they could do or what adjustment they could make when they go home. Game
Yeah,
three
I
is
don't
very
know.
important.
You know why the adjustment? Is score more points. That's on the adjustment. He got to score more points, and that's not. It's easier said than done.
Cleveland, 126 Raptors, 113. Cleveland opened with a strong offensive night and controlled the game. After an early push, take the series. I can't say much about this game because I didn't watch the full game.
Right. I
But
watched the highlights.
yeah,
Not the
so
full
Cleveland,
game.
I'm not really interested in this series as much as I am the rest of the series, though. I don't know.
Why? How come you don't care for Cleveland or Toronto?
I mean, I care.
They're just there.
It's just, yeah, I think this is the hype train for Cleveland to beat Toronto, and then everybody's gonna think, oh, they go James Harden and Mitchell's working, how things are
I
gonna
know.
work, and they're gonna start doing all this, you know. Which don't get me wrong, Cleveland do got the players, they got size.
Oh, Cleveland got the players.
Yeah, but we gotta see what's game two adjustment is. Whenever there's James Harden in the team, I gotta go by game by game. This game they play well and they
You
won.
can't. You can only go. You can only go game by game if James Harden is the only star on that team. But it's not the case in this series. When you got what's his name?
Mitchell.
Sure. He's the heart of that team. He's the superstar of that team. He controls that. As far only Mitchell can take Cleveland further in this playoffs. You know what? They can only go as far as he takes them. James Harden is just to me at this point is just a complimentary player. So, this is an easy series. Toronto, they barely got into the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So I think every single result in the opening few days of the playoffs, they went to what we all expect. The favorites won, except for the Detroit Orlando series. I mean, I guess you can say the Lakers because you say they are the underdogs. But but in my opinion, all the results really hold up the way they were supposed to. And I'm not surprised that Cleveland won this game. I think they're gonna win this series easily until they play a real good team in the second round.
All right, man. Dude, thanks for watching Blowouts Sport. Appreciate you guys, man. Yo,
Oh,
matter
yes,
of
sir.
fact, man, don't forget about the playoff hockey now, man. I'm over
Oh,
here
I
right
was
now.
gonna tell you,
Whoa,
man.
whoa,
Hold on,
man.
man.
Ah,
Hold on,
go
hold on,
ahead, go
bro.
ahead.
Before we go, I gotta tell you a story, man. You know the Sabres,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a Bills fan, and the Sabres, they have the same ownership. So really, when I started watching hockey, when I just moved here, I was in New York City. So of course, I was just going every New York City team. So the New York Rangers were like my team. But then, the past 20 years, I've been in this market. So, of course, I watch Sabres. So, I like to see what they're doing. So, they have missed the playoffs in like what? I don't know, 15 years or something like that. And yesterday, they hosted their first playoff game at home, bro. Arena sold out. Another 40,000 people outside in that weather from yesterday. It was cold. It snowed a little bit. It rained a little bit. I mean, and so I'm watching now, and I'm now, as you know, I was on the road. I get back home. I'm watching the third period, and it's still they're down by 1-0. The one going to 0. I'm watching. I'm like, I don't know, 7 minutes to go. They concede another goal. It's still nothing. I'm like, man. I'm like, it's over. You know what? Now the fans are upset. I'm like, you know what? And then I was telling somebody, I'm like, damn, these are the kind of games. If you have $100 to waste, you put $100 on the Sabres right now because you never know. And I stopped watching, bro. I got up this morning. They scored 4 goals in the last 6 minutes. Man, I'm like, I gotta go back and watch the highlights, see what really happened here, man. How
Thomason
can
happened.
how can a team look so bad? How can a team seem like they're struggling? Even in the power play, they didn't do too much with them. You know what I mean? They couldn't score. They didn't score any points in the power play. Any goals? I listened to the time I was watching. And then they come back and they score 4 goals. And I know the fourth goal was kind of the Bruins were desperate. They left the goal unattended. They were trying to put pressure so they can come back. And of course, so it was an open net, so they scored the fourth goal. But I don't think I haven't seen a game like that in a long time. Scoring 4 goals in hockey in the last 6 minutes. When I saw the results this morning, I'm like, it must have gone to overtime or something. And then I watched. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Of course, the Sabres fans went crazy, man. And game 2 coming up soon, man. So
All right.
now we invested. Now I'll be watching, man.
There we go. I watched the game. I'm debating what I should be a Flyer fan or Saber fan. And I was watching the first game too, the Flyers and the Penguins game, in-state playoff matches. This is a historical thing. And
Yeah.
see what the Flyers did. Went away in Pittsburgh and take game 1 from the Penguins. That's a great game. Also, I know a few guys that went there to watch the game at work. Sorry for your loss, the Penguin fans. But I am though this season though. Like I was debating to go watch a season game in Buffalo, the Sabres. The game that they won 8-7 with all that historical thing that happened. I
Yeah, I
was
remember
supposed to be
that.
going to that game. I don't know if I told you, and then
Yeah, you
things
did.
thing come up and whatnot. So I'm in between. So watching this game, see how they was down and to see what Thomason had 2 goals and assist and someone told me this in the beginning of the season he's the best player. And dude, to just see it happen, man. I know Buffalo. I was watching clips everywhere. I thought it was a Bills game that was in town. So like this young was crazy. Then I'm thinking like I'm looking at myself like, dude, knowing that guy that want to be into like want to get this sport memories, and this is the type of things you want to go to just to
Yo,
have
yo,
that experience of the atmosphere and all that kind of stuff like that. But
yo,
man, that was a good win for the
hockey,
city of
hockey,
Buffalo.
hockey in person and watching in person is different compared to football because you're like this close. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
So between the Sabres and the Flyers, man, let's go, man. We gotta do this, but we gotta get out of here, man. Thanks for watching Blowouts Sport. I
yes,
appreciate
sir.
you guys for being here, man. Please like and subscribe and press the like button. Solo another day, man. Let's go, my brother. Appreciate you for being here.
Of course.